Almost a year ago now, Jason Collins came out, said he was gay. Fairly recently, Derek Gordon from the University of Massachusetts made the same announcement. I was curious, did the league have any heads up that was coming, and was there discussion in terms of how you would manage that?
Yeah, we did have a heads up from Jason's agent, Arn Tellem, and Casey Wasserman, who oversees the agency that Arn's part of. We all had discussions leading to that disclosure, and we told them, David Stern was, of course, the commissioner at the time. David and I told him how proud we were of Jason. We both spoke to Jason before that Sports Illustrated story came out, just to let him know that we've got his back and that the league is welcoming of him and supportive. And I think we were all disappointed that so much time went by before he was added to a roster of a team. But then again, what the Nets did with him, maybe the turnaround of the team, which happened right around the time he joined them early this year, was connected directly to his being in the locker room. I credit Jason Kidd as a new coach with understanding how the team would rally around Jason Collins and how protective they would be of him. And so I think it's worked out really well for everybody.
Everybody talks about how important it is to grab the millennials. Kids these days have their heads buried in their tablets and their smartphones, even when they're at NBA games. And you've talked about the importance of evolving the fan experience to include social media and digital media. How do you see doing that?
Well, one of the things I've talked about is trying to replicate the courtside experience. And so what I'm hoping to do through social media is create, through Twitter, through Facebook, through video, that ability to sort of be part of a larger community where, the equivalent of yelling and screaming, you're just doing it through Twitter. I do it already if I'm sitting home watching a game by myself.
Do you live tweet games?
I don't live tweet, but what I'll do is I'll read others, who I follow, and I'm fascinated if I see, a particular call or something happen in a game. I'm thinking, well, of all these people I follow, what's their reaction to it? Do they think that was a good move by the coach? What do they think of how that player is reacting in that game? So I'm sort of creating my own community, and we're trying to do that through league assets like NBA.com. But I think that's so much of the future.
Ready for the draft?
Absolutely.
Is there any name you're worried about pronouncing?
Yeah, so much so I'm not going to say it and trip over it right now, but fortunately I got some really smart people in the league office who prep me in advance and sort of write it out phonetically and say, that's how to say that young man's name.